everyone, what is going on, and welcome back to today's video. In today's video we're going to be going over a little beginner's guide, a little bit of a tips and tricks video for all of the newer players coming into the game. Obviously this video can work for anyone, but this is obviously, I'm making this because there is going to be a lot of new people joining from the Xbox Game Pass. I welcome all of you guys to Rainbow Six Siege. This game is personally one of my favorite games, and I hope it can be yours as well. But obviously there's a few things I want to say before this, and yeah. So firstly, to start off, this game is a little bit of a slow grind. It will take a while to learn everything this game has to offer, and you guys have to kind of be dedicated to playing this game to kind of learn all of these things that I'm going to talk about in today's video. So obviously, if you're not having fun, I definitely suggest don't play in this game. You should always play a game that you're enjoying, and if you're not enjoying it, you shouldn't be playing it. That's always been my opinion on games. If you're just being forced to play it by other people, just don't. There's no point. If you are not having fun, you shouldn't be playing it. That's my opinion. But obviously, I want as many of you guys to have fun on Siege as possible. And that is what I'm here to teach you. So hopefully, a lot of things I can teach you guys. This game does take a while to learn. It is a very close example would be League of Legends. If any of you have played that before playing Siege, it takes a very long time to learn everything in League. As a person who's currently trying to do that myself, so in Siege, it is not going to be something that will come instantly. There's a lot of stuff you need to learn, a lot of things you need to practice, and just a lot of stuff that will come with a grind. But if you guys end up nailing this, you will hopefully end up enjoying Siege as much as I do right now, and hopefully you guys can hop on the boat and join the Siege community. It is just also to get that out of the way, the community is pretty toxic, so look out for people who are going to say GG easy to you after they beat you 4-5 and you drop 20 kills on their head. Apparently that's still easy in their minds. Don't listen to them, don't listen to trash talkers, don't listen to smurfs. Just do your own thing and try and forget about the community, otherwise it will probably swallow you up and you'll turn into one of the people who send messages, so don't do that. But with that said, if you do find this video helpful, make sure to leave a like, and also make sure to leave a subscription down below if you're interested in any more Siege content from me. I make tips, videos, kind of just basically everything Siege related that I can. So hit that notification bell and the subscription button down below. It is free, you can always unsubscribe. I also stream on Twitch every day at 7:15 PM Australia Eastern Standard Time. I'd love to see you guys there as well. But with that said, I think that's enough of me talking about all that. Let's get into this beginner's guide. So I have 9 points here, 3 in each. I have 3 categories and 3 points for each category, so 9 points all up. So firstly, I'm going to start off with learning the game. Learning the game is very important when you are starting off as a new player. Obviously, learning the game is, I'd say, at least 50% of this game. It is a shooter, but the map knowledge and just the way it kind of rolls into this tactical game, it is 100% something you need to learn as quick as possible, and it's something that doesn't really require too much practice. It just takes time, and well, I would say it does require practice actually, but it's not really too difficult. Obviously, you don't have to hone any skills, you don't have to be naturally good on controller or anything if you guys struggle with anything like that. It's just something you kind of have to imprint in your head, and you'll be surprised how many people you put yourself ahead of by just learning these 3 simple things. So obviously, starting off first, I'm going to have maps. Maps are a very key part of Rainbow Six Siege. I believe there is 8 or 9 in the ranked rotation, and I think there's about 11 or 12 in the casual rotation. So learning these maps are very essential, and I feel like if you can get ahead and learn all of these maps, this is a great way to kind of teach yourself the basics of Siege. So the maps are obviously half the game, as I already said. Best way to teach yourself these things is just jump into a custom game or anything like that, a terrorist hunt, and just run around and use the little compass you have in the right corner of your HUD, and it will tell you all the rooms and just where, and you'll kind of just, you'll obviously figure out the layout by just running around a couple times. But learning the rooms is also very essential because callouts are very important in this game. This is a team game, and callouts are very important when you're in a squad. Obviously, they don't matter when you're solo queuing. But all this stuff does end up coming together and helping you out in the long run. Trust me, learning these things are very essential, and as I said, these aren't too hard to do. You just have to kind of put a little bit of time into memorizing stuff, and it will give you more of an advantage than way more people than you would think. You'd think this is common knowledge, but it really isn't. There's a lot of people who are just absolute psychos who just don't know what they're doing. They just play the game just to TK people and have a laugh, because it's one of the few games where you can TK, but I think I'm getting off topic here. Learn your maps. Getting into the next bit, we do have the operators. Now, obviously, operators are another very big part of Siege. All this stuff falls under game knowledge, I'd say, and learning your game knowledge is very important when starting off. Learning your operators isn't really something too important. I'd say the more important side of learning your operators is their utility, which we'll get into in a second. But just knowing all the operators is very helpful to just try and nut out all of the utility they do bring and stuff like that, and also just kind of reading their weapons. Like, as a person who's played for a very long time, if I I hear anyone on the attacking side shoot their gun, I can basically already say who they have on the other team and what their push is probably going to be, because you'll be able to determine what type of play they're making with the operators you can hear just shooting down barricades or something. And in terms of utility, now utility is the main thing that you pick an operator for. It is their gadget, it is what they bring to the offensive or defensive side, and obviously you have to kind of read these things to try and defend and attack better. You will obviously learn all of this stuff I talk about throughout this whole video with time, but if you kind of know to look out for them, you may teach yourself a lot quicker than other people who kind of just slowly learn it, like slow and slower. Watching this video should give you a little bit of a heads up. Look out for these things and it should help you improve quickly. Now, when I say utility, I'm talking about, say, they bring a thermite, which is an attacker on this game, attacker, defender-sided game. You either get put on the attacking, defending side. If you attack inside to, you attack towards the objective. Defenders start in the objective, and they have to keep you off the objective. That is the goal of this game. Attackers spawn outside of the so-called map. There's little exterior areas, and then there's indoors. Defenders spawn indoors, and they can go outdoors, but they're not meant to. They'll get detected and all that. You'll find all this stuff out as you play, but this is the point of the game. And when you're attacker, say you're playing a thermite is an operator obviously, and he has the ability to breach a hard breachable wall. Well, a hard breachable wall is a reinforced wall that has been manually done by a defender that has reinforced a soft wall to stop a soft breach coming through. A hard breach is a specific operator such as thermite and other people are Ace and Habana, who can breach through these reinforced walls to open them, just so they can get through these reinforced walls and open new line of sights. This is stuff you kind of just have to think about when it comes to, you slowly think about these things whenever you just hear that gadget go off, you hear their gun go off. This is all stuff you need to teach yourself, and this is just you'll slowly learn all of this with the game, all of this knowledge stuff. So just playing will teach you this stuff, but keep a heads up for it when you're playing, especially if you're very new. Now diving into my second little category I have here, which is practice and learn. Practicing and learning is obviously the second step. Once you have your map knowledge, you kind of need to start focusing on yourself. When you're focusing on yourself, YouTube videos are 100% the #1 option you want to pick in terms of teaching yourself how to play this game. Not just my YouTube videos, I'm not plugging myself here, but operator guides are something you can look up, map guides you can look up, attacking guides, defense guides, there's guides on basically everything in terms of specific parts of Rainbow Six Siege. And if you guys have any questions about any of them, literally just type it into your search bar and you'll probably find a video. Who knows, you might end up watching me again. But just looking these things up can definitely help you kind of improve. I definitely suggest watching YouTube videos to start off, to kind of teach you the basics, which is what I'm here for, and all of these other YouTubers as well. All of these guys are here to help you out, and they if you want to teach yourself to play a game through actually playing the game, I respect that. I have nothing wrong with that. But if you are trying to get like that head start, like I was talking about before, YouTube videos are 100% the go. When it comes to aim, obviously aim is a big part of Siege. I haven't really talked about it too much here, but aim is a very big part of Siege as well. You cannot make it through Siege without having somewhat decent aim. Yes, it'll take you a while to learn it, but if you want to specifically practice on your aim, you just feel like it's not improving, you're sick of just not hitting shots, Terrorist Hunt is 100% the go. This is a feature in Rainbow Six Siege, whereas kind of just a PvE mode, you kind of just go up against a bunch of AIs, and you take them out, and you just try and hone your skills. By hone my skills, I'm literally talking about practicing your aim. The main purpose of this little area of the game is to practice your aim. It's kind of like an in-game little practice. Obviously it's not an aim train or stuff like that, but it can really help you out, and it definitely will help you progress your aim into the next level if you just consistently practice in there. I'd 100% recommend it. And obviously, if you are a new player, you want to play casual and newcomer. Casual and newcomer are very important things you want to play when you are coming up in the Siege world. You do not want to jump into ranked before you are ready. This is going to completely stitch you up, and you just do not want to do that. I promise you guys, you're probably not going to have fun. You're going to get slammed by some sweaty dogs, and you're going to probably never touch the game again. Don't play ranked until you feel you are confident and ready playing casual and newcomer, that you are just destroying the lobbies and you're sick of how easy casual and newcomer are. Obviously, newcomer is only for below level 50s. There are such things as Smurfs though, which are people who make second accounts to reset their level. Maybe they just want to play on a different ranked account and they end up searching newcomer. But newcomer technically should only be for new people, but it can kind of struggle there. And casual is kind of a more open lobby where anyone can join, high or low ranks, where you just casually practice. But I'd recommend doing both of these because you will learn from majority of your games, and they should help hopefully teach you about Siege. Now diving into my little third category is executing the last 6 points in the 2 categories I made. Playing ranked is a prime example of executing this stuff. If you jump into a ranked game and you are carrying your weight, you're going positive, you're going neutral, even if you're going negative but you're playing a hard support player such as someone who just chills on site, does their job, you are 100% still practicing and learning, and you are doing your job right. This is the best way to teach yourself anything. Playing ranked in that competitive scene will 100% give you more experience than anything casual or newcomer can give you. But obviously you need to be at a certain point to go into ranked, because if you're completely oblivious to the game still at level 50 and searching ranked, your teammates aren't going to be happy at you. And remember when I said that stuff about the community being toxic, so look out for that. The next 2 points are definitely something I really want you guys to listen to, because these are my final 2 points for this video, and I just want to make sure you guys actually have this stuck in your head. See everything as a learning experience in this game. Every mistake you make, every little nook, cranny, everything you learn, see it as a learning experience to teach yourself more about this game. If you die, you may get mad, you may blame the game, but these are 2 things you don't want to do. You want to reflect on how you died and try and improve next time you get into that situation, or just any situation across Siege. You want to think about these things more, and you don't want to get too caught up on blaming the game and raging, just having a yell, just calling your friends dog shit. I don't know, you might, who knows what you're going to do, but I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say here, is try and take everything positively and as a learning experience. The next point I have is use playing against people that are better than you to improve. This is a quote that I heard from Michael Jordan himself. When he was in high middle school, low high school, I think is the time zone, he used to play against all of the bigger and better kids to improve his own game skills, to just take the next level step up in basketball, obviously in his respective sport. Siege may not be basketball, but it is no different. If you end up getting matched up against any of these higher ranks, play your heart out as best as you can and just see how you go against them. See what type of mistakes you made, see what type of aspects they're better than you in, and try and take, as I said before, everything in as a learning experience. This will help you more than anything. This is the best 2 tips I can give you guys. And if you can think about those 2 things while you're playing Siege, you're going to have a whole different perspective on the game, and you'll probably go far. But with that said, I think that's enough talking from me. I don't really have anything else to say. I do hope you guys found this video useful and enjoyable. If you did, obviously make sure to leave a like. Also make sure to smash that sub button if you're interested in more videos from me. If you found that useful, I'd really appreciate it if you slam that sub button with the notification bell on. I'd really appreciate it. Also, come check out my Twitch streams. Links in the description. I stream there every day from 7:15 PM Australia Eastern Standard Time. I'd love to see you guys there. If you have any further questions as well, that is the place to go and ask me. Obviously, you can ask in the comment section below as well, but if you want a live answer, I'll probably be streaming whenever you have that question, because I stream a lot. But with that said, I think that's about everything I have to say. I do wish you guys luck on your journey to becoming Rainbow Six Siege pros, and with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.